Okay, boys and girls, we are going to go over a strategy for doing word problems, to solve word problems. The strategy is called cubes. And what we do is we spell out the word cubes, and what it means is the C in cubes is circle the number. The U in cubes is underline the question. The B in cubes is box the keywords. The E is eliminate what you don't know, and eliminate means to cross out what you don't need, okay, what you really don't need in the question, because some word problems have more information than we need. And then the S, does your answer make sense? So our objective for this mini lesson is to solve some word problems using cubes. Okay, this is a problem. It's a word problem. And what I'm going to do is I am going to demonstrate how I would use cubes to solve this problem. Okay, the problem is, in a juice factory, Cameron had 20 containers of orange juice. 12 of them were blue and 8 of them were red. Each of the containers had 8 liters in them. How many liters of orange juice does Cameron have? Okay, the first thing I think of when I do any kind of math word problem is I think about that, do I have a total or do I need a total? And that's going to tell me whether it's multiplication or division. And right now we're just concentrating on multiplication and division. So I think to myself, do I have a total in this problem or do I need a total? Well, I have 20 containers and they have 8 liters in them. And the question is, how many liters of orange juice does Cameron have? So I'm looking for that total. So right away, I think that this is a multiplication equation. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through cubes so that you guys can see how we can work through these problems. Now, I'm also thinking because we are virtual, it's really hard sometimes because these problems are going to be on the screen to circle and underline. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to give you another strategy tomorrow to work through word problems also. And that includes a reading, draw, and write, which you would be able to do on your whiteboard or on a piece of paper. But I want you to know both strategies, okay, so that you are familiar with both strategies. All right, so the step 1 in cubes is, first of all, I've got to read the problem. And my first step is I need to circle the numbers. Okay, so I go in and I circle. I've got 20, I've got 12, I've got 8, and I've got 8. So that's the first part of cubes, is to circle the numbers that are in your word problem. Okay, the second step is I need to look at underlining the question. So I come in here and I underline how many liters, whoops, let me put my picture down there, how many liters of orange juice does Cameron have? Okay, so that is the question. So again, when I look at that question, I think I need a total, so I know I'm going to be multiplying. All right, the next step is box up those keywords. Okay, so when I think about boxing up keywords, and I'm going to show you some keywords, okay, how many liters of orange juice does Cameron have? So how many is going to tell me I need a total. Okay, so how many in all? So that would be a keyword in the question. I also have the word each, okay, and that also tells me each, meaning that I have groups of something, so I know that I'm going to need to multiply also. All right, so that is boxing up keywords, thinking about what I have to do in this problem. All right, so these are some keywords, and we're going to be dealing with division and multiplication for this lesson, but then we're going to go back to addition and subtraction word problems too, so that's why I put all of these here. But when I think about seeing these words in problems, if I see a product, equal groups, multiply, times, as much, twice, I'm thinking about I need to multiply. So if I see those keywords in my multiplication problem, my actual word problem, then I know that I am going to be multiplying. In division, if I see these words in my word problem, divided by, every, average, quotient, out of, equal parts, each, I know that I'm doing a division word problem. Okay, so those are just some key words. But I really like using the strategy of, do I need a total or do I have a total? That seems to really work best for me, and it works best with a lot of the students that I've seen in the past years. All right, we're going to continue on. So we're going to step 4, and that's eliminate what you don't need. Okay, so I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to circle my numbers again. I'm going to underline my question. I'm going to box up my words that tell me what I need to do. Now I've got to think about this problem, and I got to think about, is there anything in this problem that I do not really need to multiply how many liters of orange juice does Cameron have in all? Well, I know there's 12 containers, okay, and that there's 8 liters in each container. But I have a 12 and an 8 here. 12 of them were blue and 8 of them were red. Okay, that information I really don't need if I'm trying to get to a total or how many liters of orange juice are there. Okay, and I can do that by, I can go ahead and I can draw out 20 containers with 8 in them, and then I can go ahead and multiply, and that would reaffirm that I do not need to know that 12 and the 8. Okay, so that's eliminating what you do not need. And a lot of times in word problems, they give you some extra information. Not all the time, but sometimes they give you extra information. And by crossing out that extra information, then that will not confuse you. Because what we're really doing is we're multiplying 20 times 8. And then what we're going to do is, our last step is to see if our answer makes sense. So when we multiply 20 times 8, I'm thinking to myself, well, I have 20 containers, right? So I know I need a number much bigger than 20, and then I'm multiplying it 8 times. And we can use our strategy of tens that we just learned and multiply the 2 times 8, which is 16, and add the 0. So does this make sense? Well, yeah, if I counted by 20 8 times on my fingers, I know I'm going to get up into the hundreds. So that is going to make sense. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20. So I can go ahead and I can just make sense out of the problem. Does my answer make sense? Because I would be counting by 20s. And that's what we've got to think about with our answers. We know that we have 20 containers, so we know we're getting a pretty big number because we have to multiply it 8 times. So we know that we're not going to have a number below 20. It has to be a much higher number. And that's making sense of your answer. And those are the steps to do cubes in word problems, solving word problems. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go over it one more time. And you can use this video to reference so that we can get really good at using cubes. So C is you're going to circle the number. U, you're going to underline the question. B, you're going to box the key words. E, you're going to eliminate what you don't need. And S, you're going to make sense of your answer. All right, so here is a problem, and what we're going to do is I want you to take out your whiteboards and I want you to go through, and I want you just to write the numbers down because you're not really able to circle them. So circle the numbers. I'm going to circle them and you write them down. There's a 7 and there's a 6. Underline the question. On your whiteboard, you can just write that question down. How many paintings are there in all? And I'll give you a minute to do that. All right, so we circled, we underlined the question. Now we've got to box up those keywords. How many again? And I think to myself, how many paintings are there in all? In all is also some keywords. So I know that I need a total in this, so I am going to be multiplying. Okay? And then eliminate what you don't need. Okay, in this problem, there is nothing in here that you have to eliminate. Then we're going to go ahead and solve. 7 times 6 equals 42. Okay, would that make sense? If I have 7 groups and 6 paintings in each group, if I went through and I counted them, I could use my multiplication chart, or I can think of some mental math. 7 is kind of close to 10. So 7 times 6 would be about 60. 40 is kind of in that ballpark. So I'm in the ballpark. That's just an estimate, but that's making sense of my answer. So there are 42 paintings. I don't have a real low number here or a real high number, so that's making sense of that problem. So as you work through this problem on your whiteboard, I'll give you a couple of minutes using cubes. I'll give you about 2 or 3 minutes. And then we'll wrap up our lesson, and you will continue working with me on Canvas on completing one-step word problems using the cube strategy. And like I said, tomorrow I will be working on a read, draw, write strategy, and you could use either strategy to work on word problems. So you can go ahead and solve that problem on your whiteboard on your own using cube strategy. All right, so that gives you a couple minutes to look at that problem again and kind of work through it on your own using cubes and checking your answer with Mrs. Kraft's answer. So I want us to think about, what is cubes? What does cubes help you with? How does cubes help you? And can you name the steps in order? And can you use the steps in order? And again, this is your first introductory to this concept or this strategy, so we will be working with it over the next week or so that we get really good at this. So hopefully I can use cubes to solve a word problem. You could either give yourself a thumbs up. I can do it with some help, but I still need to keep practicing, or I need some extra practice and I'm not sure what you're talking about, Mrs. Kraft. So thumbs up, you continue working through your lesson in Canvas. Thumbs to the side, I will continue to work with you in small group and throughout our lesson. And thumbs down, you could replay the video to gain more understanding. Okay, so that is the cube strategy, and we will be working with that over the next week or two. Thank you.